back to Peterson Auto. Today we're going to mess with Distributor. So, working on the Mustang's new engine here. And we're going to need some kind of distributor. This is a TFI distributor, which is stock for 96 F250 with 351 Windsor. So, is it ideal? No, not for the Mustang. But we're going to go ahead and show you how to take it out, clean it up, maybe stab it back in quick, and give you an idea there. So, if you're pulling a distributor, you got to get your timing right. So that's a real big concern with any distributor. Quick, easy way to make sure that's right is to mark it. So we're going to go ahead and grab a wire brush as soon as I can find one. So I'm positive I have one. There we go. There's a little one. And we're just going to get the crud off there. Okay, fairly crud free. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a mark there. So we actually have an indent here. You can see that. And make that a mark. Look in there, you can see right in there where I marked it. So we have our reference. Now they make fancy distributor wrenches and all, because this bolt can be hard to access, but right now we don't need to worry about that because we have excellent access. There's no alternator here, no coolant hose here. So we got excellent access. That's why we're doing this now. Standard bolt, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, so you can put your wrench on it. And hopefully it breaks loose. In this case, it is going to be a bit of a pain. So I'm going to give it a couple smacks, hopefully, and there we go. Because I was rolling the whole engine around. Obviously, said engines in a car, we don't have that problem, do we? So if you were just cleaning up your distributor, you'd mark your wires or just take the cap off. So if you take the cap off, you can do it there and there, and set that aside, take your cap off. I took the wires off. I'd have to obviously put them back. And we'll give a quick rundown at least of how to do that. This is your hold down. Little bolt and hold down, that's it. Let's see how frozen this is. Oh, this is going to be frozen. Yeah, it's going to be stuck in here pretty good. Usually you should be able to just twist this by hand. As you can see, we're having a problem. So what that's telling me is the aluminum and the steel are not cooperating. Dissimilar metals cause corrosion, and now hence it's stuck. Just going to take our chisel here. Give a few taps in that area. Maybe a little around the base. Use a punch too. Little hammering on the flange. That has done probably nothing. Yep, got basically nothing going on there. Another trick is you can try to turn it over and pop it out once in a while. So I guess we're going to go for that one. I have absolutely no idea what size crank bolt is. Seems to be a 15/16. I'm going to go in the on direction, unless it's some kind of reverse rotation engine. This one is not. We'll need an extension here. Okay, YouTube, bear with me now that I'm prepared. See the distributor spinning. So we already knew this engine was free. Okay, so it's stuck in there pretty good. Should not have let this thing sit outside for a year. Now we're bound up. Huh. Interesting. Was free. Maybe we're just hitting compression. I'm not really turning it with much force. Sometimes you can pop it out like that, but this one's stuck. So we're going to break out the PB blaster and spray it down. And try a little more with the tap method. The vibrations will loosen everything up in there. And see it popping up. Look at that. Okay, so last thing after we got it loose to mark is going to be where our rotor's pointing. We're just going to put a quick mark there on the cap. Don't know if you can see that, but you can see where the rotor pointed to. So then we'll pull it out. So you can see our rotor moved quite a bit from our mark. It's because these teeth on this gear are, well, angled. So now when you're taking the distributor out to clean it up and everything, or if you need to just remove it for access, so this one's TFI. God, that looks nasty. Mainly I'm taking it out just to see what shape it's in. There's two different gear types you got to worry about. Steel and cast in the factory form. Anything that's a roller cam is going to be steel. A 351 Windsor in 96 would have the roller cam. I think it started in 94. It's kind of a gray area on that where they have roller cams in these. You can tell by the lifters. Well, that doesn't always help you, so there we go. Steel distributor gear. If you can't get to the lifters, steel distributor gear will be a roller cam. Let me try to clean this up a little bit here. So, Ford stock distributors have a little freeze plug in there that you could always pull out. I'm not sure if you're seeing that. Right there by my thumb. Little freeze plug you can pull out. Throw a little oil in there if you want. It's usually what has them go bad. You have your rotor here, which just pops off, and it is set up so it'll only go back on one way. You can see the corrosion if you look closely. I'm not sure, but this metal piece has little tabs down here in the bottom. There's corrosion on. You want to clean that up, give you a good pickup signal. And anything that basically carries electricity needs cleaned up in this case. So we're going to take a quick look down in the hole. Just see how the cam gear looks. Looks fine from here. Drive shaft for the oil pump looks good. And we have adequate oil there considering how long it's been sitting. So with that said, I'm happy with that. I'll show you how to take your distributor and put it back in. Now, if you spun this or anything, you'd have to put it back. So that's issue one. So we're going to put it right back about where it was, where it came out at, not where you marked it. Marks the check. And take it and, I'm not even sure. There's my mark. Barely see my mark now. take it and just line it up here. Hanging up on. There we go. So I got the oil pump drive shaft in. You're going to go down a little more. And you should line up, but oh crap, we didn't. So option 1, turn it to line up. Since you stabbed it in at the same spot, you might have moved this housing. So take a look down here. Now our marks line up, and now we're right. Let's just say you stab it a tooth off, though. We'll go about here. Okay. Now you go ahead and try to line it up. You're like, huh, okay. Our housing mark doesn't line up. Why is that? Because you stabbed it a tooth off. That's why. So you gotta make sure everything lines up. So that's why you go back to about where it came out at. You might have a little hard time getting everything in. There you go. So that's your oil pump drive. And there's your cam in. So we're pretty lined up there, and we're lined up down here. Simple way to install a distributor. Go ahead and put your hold down bolt back on. Which you can do whenever you find the hold down bolt, because I do not know where that went. Oh, here it is. So you put your hold down bolt back in. I probably should clean that hole out a little bit. It's looking kind of nasty. But if she threads, we'll be happy. Yeah, I'll have to clean that hole out some. Luckily, pour some PB Blaster down it, and should clear it up enough for the video. Nope, so you put your hold down bolt back in and tighten that up. And that's going to keep it from spinning. And you put it back together. So if you left the cap on the wires, just flip it back over. Flip it back over and put it on. Can't screw up the cap to the distributor. You have this locating tab here. So it's only going to go on one way. And you close your clips. If you took the wires off, then you have to go through the firing order again, which we'll show you in another time because I'm going to put new wires on this. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with a new distributor because I'm not super happy with this one. I think it's going to be a little rougher than I'd want. It's unknown mileage, unknown usage. So we're not 100% sure what shape it's in, unfortunately. And I think for a couple bucks we can buy a new one to be sure. So I'm trying to use many used parts on this, as you can see, or parts I have laying around that I've acquired over the years for almost nothing. But you know, when it comes to the ignition system, I did put new plugs, purchase new plugs, put them in already. New wires, we have new wires here, and then a new distributor would not be a bad idea either. So that being said, it's also going to get new thermostat, some new coolant hoses, because they're maintenance items. In all reality, they're maintenance items. If you bought a vehicle that was sitting for 10 years, that's what I'm assuming, because this engine came out of the junkyard, you'd do that. Same thing as doing an oil change, which I haven't done yet. So, you know, we're going to go ahead and do the basic tune-up on it. We're going to go with a new distributor, I think. It's worth a couple extra bucks to know we have a good ignition system, especially when we go ahead and run what is most likely going to be the Phytech EFI system on this. So, new distributor that's going to be mechanically locked out is going to make it a lot easier on me in the long run. So that's going to be the route we're going at this point in time. Hope you enjoyed this video and a little how-to on distributors, what to clean up. I don't know if I covered it. You also got the little tabs in here. You can see the corrosion. You want to clean those up too when you take the cap off. They get a lot of corrosion on them and the end of the tip of the rotor in there. If you're cleaning up your distributor, you can do the cap and rotor while it's on the car in most cases. But if you want to check to see if the drive shaft's broken or something, because you're not turning, you know, or your roll pin might have broke on your gear, you can pull that all out and take a check and switch your distributors out. I just wanted to give you a little rundown there, and I wanted to see what shape it was in. But looking at it, it's definitely corroded. It's probably going to be better to just get another one. So that's the route I'm going to go on this. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to Peterson Auto.